All right, there is a piece up. Shelby, where did you find this about telling adults to fear children?
It's just a news station out of Houston, and they're cracking the story now that kids are going online and posting YouTube videos saying, hey, you hate your teacher? Here's how to get him fired.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
And they're basically teaching kids how to accuse adults of being inappropriate?
Yeah, he's like, hey, you hate your math teacher? She's giving you bad grades. She's just mean. Just run down to the principal's office and say she diddles you a bit.
See? I was right. If you hang out with children by yourself, being an adult, they will tell on you and say that you touched them when they didn't. And that ruins people's lives. These kids don't understand that shit.
So you're on the side of the abusers, not the children.
No.
You're more likely to trust the abusers.
These children are liars. It's proven. This goddamn story broke the news. I honestly, I'm right for once. I'm never right. This is one for me. These little liars are fucking ruining people.
Tom, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, what's going on, buddies?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask Mr. Pepper Stanley a question. I was thinking about becoming a child molester, and I want to know if you have any tips.
Why would I be the person you come to?
Because the way you defend.
I'm not defending child molesters. I'm defending people who get wrongly accused of being child molesters.
So assume the child is always lying.
He's afraid to be alone with a child.
What's the best van to buy? What's a good year for that?
I wouldn't know. I don't even have a license, dude, all right?
Do you always have candy in your pocket, or do you just go out and purchase fresh?
Candyman used to provide us with a lot of candy.
That's disgusting.
Buy the king size. Sure, it's a little more money, but we can't skimp here.
Let me tell you something. Children love lollies. So,
look,
think old-fashioned pops.
Shelby's joking, but if he was alone with the children and a child said he touched them and he didn't, he would be put away immediately. Look at him. He looks like a child molester. If anyone looks like a child molester on the show, it's goddamn Shelby.
Look, if I saw him near a school, I'd throw a net over him. You're preaching to the choir. All right, let's just see what these news people said.
All right, here's the story.
Fired.
So I'm this teacher, right? Miss Keller. And I just didn't like her, you know? So I was like, you know what, let me just get her fired. So I went to the principal. And instead of just being like, oh, I was molested, and you need to play the victim.
We showed the video to the president of the Houston Teachers Union and veteran educator, Gail Fallon.
Middle and high school would know how to do that. It's almost become epidemic.
Fallon is usually witty and full of one-liners in her TV interviews, but after watching the video on YouTube, she was left truly disturbed. Fallon says the public would be shocked at the number of cases where teachers are falsely accused of sexual or physical abuse by scheming students who are ticked off because they got an A-.
I don't think at the age that some of those students are, they realize they can ruin a person's home life. Their family often turns on them. They ruin their career. They ruin their reputation in the community.
So we're going to tell you guys about how we got our first grade teacher fired.
Even very young kids are bragging on YouTube about how they...
This is horrible, man.
I think it's kind of adorable.
It's not adorable at all.
We're going to tell you how to get your teacher fired.
He planted drugs in her pulse.
Like, just say, it was wrong the way I was touched. It was wrong.
How old's a first grader? Like 8 or something?
No, they're 5 or 6.
I wouldn't know.
You were probably 8 as a first grader, you fucking held-back prick.
I'm dominating all you guys in dodgeball.
Yeah, it fucking felt great.
Stanley rules! Stanley rules!
Children cannot be trusted. Proof. Lock it up.
Now, when before I was... I'll just say that I was a fucking kid. Babies having babies. So, we didn't get to the clinic soon enough. So we had to... put the baby out in front of a place and ring the door and take off. What are you going to do? You feel like you're doing the right thing. So later the cops came and they accused me of abandoning the baby, and I said, I didn't abandon that baby. that baby abandoned me. I mean, it was all about him. Nothing about Ronnie B.
I'm gonna have to call my supervisor. No one's ever said this before.
Did you get your basket back?
I didn't put it in a basket. I just put it down on the sidewalk.
Jesus.
A blanket
Where am I
around
going to
it?
get a fucking basket from? What do I look like, Picnic Boy Jr.?
Could have put it in a garbage can at least.
You're disgusting, Chris.
I'm just saying.
Homeless people eat out of there. You're not going to eat a baby, are you?
Little scumbag kids in Houston ruining people.
Well, this is nationwide. Doesn't just go down in H-Town.
Where do these kids even learn this? Like, I know how to get a kid. I know how to get the teacher. I'll say he touched me in my butt. It's awful.
And the cop comes on, he's like, listen, if you're a teacher, you don't want to be alone with a student. You don't want to touch a student.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't give him your Facebook.
You almost sounded like a man there for a second.
I'm trying really hard.
That's good. Use that voice instead of the Clippy Fights voice.
Come on,
that you
kids. We need to help your mother.
Hi, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Hey, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey.
What can we do for you?
Okay, so basically I just want to talk about like how I'm 22 years old. I was born in 91, but we never did that to the teachers. We never had any animosity like that towards them. We didn't want to ruin their lives. If we didn't like a teacher, we would be the class clowns, or we would, get up out of our seats or talk during class or sleep on the desk, And there's been times when teachers have you think they're coming on to you or something, or like female teachers when they either sit on your desk. And
I'm not going to listen to a kid from Colorado talking about how they acted in school. I watch the news. I see what you fucking buck wild bastards do out there. If somebody gives you the slightest bit of shit, it's fucking open season. I don't even want to take calls from Colorado when it comes to school talk.
Thanks for the call, Klebold.
I wish you wouldn't use real names.
Oh, come on, man. It's like one of those kids dropping dimes on a teacher. I feel like Shelby would have done that as a kid.
Yeah. Shelby was always the new kid wherever he went.
The gym teacher touched me.
No matter what town he went to, same nickname, Thick Lips. John, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron, doesn't Pepper Hicks know this reverse psychology shit's not going to work with us? I think it's about time you go look at his computer at home and see what's going on over there.
I don't even want to be near that fucking den of weirdness.
There's nothing on that computer.
It looks like a fucking multiverse Chuck E. Cheese. There's all kinds of horrible stuff.
See, I don't like that I'm getting dragged into this whole KT.
You started it.
Look, I have a preference to not be around children. Is that so wrong? Because you know what? All children do are ruin goddamn lives.
Because you're guilty.
I'm not guilty of anything.
You're the one screaming the loudest, I don't touch children. It gets noticed.
People keep calling up and trying to insinuate things. It's terrible.
He does it in the elevator. There's like 3 people there. What are you doing?
That's for NBC.
All right, which one of you guys, if you want walking through a playground by yourself, which one of you 3 you think would look like more of a creep?
Shelby. Shelby's the creep.
No way, I look the youngest. I belong there. These are my peers.
He's oddly thin. And even with that fucking hat on, he looks even creepier.
He's 21 Jump Street. It's definitely between you and Fez.
It's Chris Stanley. The army jacket, smoking a cigarette, just lumbering through. Yeah, he's going to look like trouble in a playground.
I'm a normal
Before
looking
you say
dude.
that, Fez, before you put it in your vote, I want you to go stand in front of a full-length mirror.
I won't.
Crazy old man mustache.
You tugging on it?
Got the fucking leg going back and forth, fucking rubbing it up and down, clip talking. Why don't you get my car? Get my car. Do we get somebody who's sending the clip fights from yesterday?
It was Denny Fatbeard. Yeah, Denny Fatbeard.
All right, play some of the stuff that he sent us.
All right, here's a little bit.
I'm going to give you both a 5, right down the middle. I'm proud of you both.
Put those together to 10.
He can do math.
You can too, apparently.
I did it first.
God. Cringe. All right, that's the end of the round. Each go back to your corners.
Got me, Mick.
Clip me, man. Clip me. Clip fight's so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. They breathe in while they insult each other. You must have done it, not me. You must have said something, Chris. I didn't say it.
Gotta go to an ear, throat, and eye doctor there.
The hell did you just even attempt? That's the dumbest thing you've done since the Magnificent Seven.
I'm saying they should get their throat looked at. A lot of phlegm.
Tony in Brooklyn, good to talk to you again, pal.
Hey, Ronnie, I want to thank you very much for Bar Ameritane. That was unbelievable dinner last night. And I just want to throw my 2 cents in. I would definitely let Silent Bob Jr.'s Pepper Hicks keep him away from the playground.
Come on. I look like a normal person. I'm not
walking around children, you wouldn't.
Well, I wouldn't want to walk around children.
You look like a perp.
Absolutely.
What'd you order last night, Bar Ameritane?
What's up, buddy?
What'd you order last night?
I had venison. It was the Monday night special. It was delicious. But my chick had, I forget what she had, but dynamite, wine list, everything was great. So.
That's great. I'm glad to hear it. I always had the raw bar there, too. I just feel like seafood can't get raw enough. I just want to fucking stick my head in a tank and start biting it. All right, it's the Ron and Fez Show, 866 Ron Zero Fez, 866 Ron Zero Fez. Up on the iBang is a great Jimmy Pardo article. Also, the Joan Rivers article is up there. And I guess Nick Cannon is starting a lot of heat with the whiteface, huh?
Yeah, this Nick Cannon is there. Everyone's going all nuts about him.
Now, as a white guy, it doesn't bother me. Does it bother you at all?
Kind of annoys me that he's doing the white face thing.
Well, he's just making fun of us the way we are.
But it's annoying that he's fucking just trashing white people up.
Does it
right.
bother you too, Fez?
It bothers me that we're all supposedly red-headed bumpkins, I guess, according to this.
Why do you say it's all of us, though? He's just doing a red-headed, well, I don't even know if it's a bumpkin. It's more like a hipster. But he's only doing one. Like when Nick Kroll does a white guy, no one's offended. You don't think, oh, that represents all white people. Why can't Nick Cannon do it?
Because he's putting on prosthetic, like white face. He's going into white face.
But here's
that's
the thing.
Why. Yeah.
There is a history of blackface in this country that is offensive.
Yeah.
There is no history of whiteface, other than if you count mimes. So, really, there's nothing to be offended by.
Have we learned nothing from blackface, though? I mean, let's nip this in the bud before it even gets too offensive.
All right, so you're not offended now, but you're worried if this goes on.
I don't like the direction this is going in, where they're just trashing Whitey all day.
All right, what's the name of the character?
It's Connor Smallnut.
So what's offensive about that? It's Connor Smallnut.
It's such a generic white name.
All right, play him a little bit.
All right, here's Connor.
This guy's good, bro. He's going. He's like freestyle. Someone should sign this guy.
Go strong when Martin Luther King said, "Let freedom ring."
Oh, he's good.
I think it's the best thing that Kennan's ever done by far.
It's like white people don't even know anything about rap music. It's just so, he'll just go to some crazy homeless guy. It's like, oh, that's good, bro. Do I sound like that? Do you sound like that? No.
Do some white people sound like that?
Sure, probably.
Thank you. Thank you. Nick Cannon just hit one out of the park.
Definitely not.
Not since Gumby Dambit have I seen a black guy turn it around so well.
I'm not a fan of Connor Smallnut.
If anything, that should be your online fucking name.
I'm sure it's taken already. Look at it. He loves it. He loves being a white face. He loves making fun of the white man.
Can I tell you something? I wish more black people would do this.
Not me. And you know what?
No, I'm not even taking that. I wish they would all do this. I wish they would all do this every day.
All day long?
Yes. Until finally... Hold on, let's see how many guys got me. One. Just one. Who's our interns today?
Howard.
I'd send Howard over. He's the Jack Reacher of the program.
Well,
He's
fuck
an
you
Iraqi
up.
war veteran. See, the thing about you, Chris, is you were raised with racism by your dad doing black voices.
Oh, yeah, and grandmother.
What would your grandmother do?
Didn't like black people, really. But it only came out when she had a couple too many screwdrivers.
Yeah.
And she would say, you don't want to be like those people. It's like, Jesus, Grandma. You're great most of the time.
Till you start drinking.
She loved Georgie.
Truth juice. A little bit of truth juice. All right, does Nick Cannon's white face bother you at all?
I don't care. I don't think it's funny.
Let me say it again.
That's because you're offended.
This guy's good, bro. He's going.
It's really
He's like freestyle.
I didn't see the video.
Sign this guy.
Go strong when Martin Luther King said, let freedom ring.
I just thought of something. He's basically wearing the same shirt and T-shirt that Howard is. This is almost
pretty
Howard,
much.
completely. That's good, bro. That's pretty fucking funny.
I don't appreciate it. This Connor Smallnut is a ridiculous character. What's wrong? See, and also this is like Nick Cannon isn't proud of his black skin. Also, this comes off.
He's playing a character.
I'm surprised nobody's got him on that already.
I just did, Howard.
Well, I mean,
No one knows that
of
matters.
the community. In his community.
Yeah, I know. White people aren't hip. They aren't cool. I get it. They're all just weird hipsters with fucking red hair and flannel T-shirts. I get what he's trying to say.
Are you saying hipsters aren't hip? Because that would be the most ironic thing ever.
Isn't that what they're going for?
I would have thought. But Chris just said they're not hip. They're just hipsters.
Yeah, that's what's happening. He has the black rimmed glasses.
It looks more grunge than anything, dude.
And he has a California accent on, or I would say like maybe like a stoner white boy fucking accent.
Yes, that's what he's doing. He's doing that fucking type of thing. Yeah. He's doing the stoner, skateboarder type dude.
And as a white man who smokes marijuana, I find that even more offensive.
You do talk like that. This is always Chris with me. Look at the hairs on this. Oh God, that's so choice.
Thank, bro.
Smell it, right? It's like a skunk shit in your face. I just smoke bowls because I never learned to roll a joint.
That sounds like me now.
You can't roll a fucking joint?
I can't for anything. I just never. I learned on bowls and stuff.
You were in the fucking army and you never rolled a joint there.
Nope.
Roll a cigarette?
You guys smoke a lot of weed in the army?
No, I didn't start smoking until I got out.
You're like a Vietnam vet now.
we could get into so much shit for it. That's why it wasn't worth the cost.
Yeah, everyone could get in trouble for fucking getting high. It's not just limited to you. Yes, the rest of us wouldn't have to do push-ups, but we'd still have to get a lawyer.
It's bullshit.
All right. Elaine Boozler just texted me, what would it take to turn that thing into a card? A picture.
Nice.
No spank you. No dog of mine is going to end up in show business.
I don't know.
Did you end up loving that picture, Chris?
That was a great picture. It's a good-looking dog.
It looks like a Wes Anderson film, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Is that dog still a puppy?
No.
Look, that's a small dog.
I know. People always think it's a puppy of some kind of other dog, and I'm just like, fuck you. You're a puppy of some other dog.
It's not even, that's even an insult.
But she was right about one thing. If I take that little blonde dog out, I'm Upper East Side, fucking women are coming at me from every angle.
Damn.
And I'm just like, yeah, just me and the dog, that's all.
That's half the reason I want a puppy now.
You should, dude. Walk around fucking Manhattan.
I don't even
with
care
a
that I'm
dog.
allergic to him. I'll take medicine.
And I'll tell you something else. I try to tell this to fucking Whatley. Gay dudes coming at me from every direction.
Oh, he gets one of those little Yorkies or something like that. It'll be heaven.
Yeah. Gay dudes love seeing a fucking little dog.
So weird.
But there's no talking around this fucking place.
We should just get a dog and give it to Fez. Oh, that might actually be endangered.
Get a show dog.
I wouldn't mind having a fucking show dog. And I'm giving a shout out to Nick Cannon for his great work.
I mean Connor Smallnut.
You're fucking Connor Smallnut.
No, he's Connor Smallnut. Fucking travesty.
His name should have been fucking Shelby Royston. Shelby, when are you doing some stand-up? Did you finally get to see that Elaine Boozler's a real person?
She's a lovely woman, and don't know when I'm doing stand-up.
Fucking in the meantime, Kokomo Joe is like a fucking rocket.
He's headlining Caroline's this weekend.
Under Caroline's.
He's dumpster behind Caroline's.
The subway that runs underneath Caroline.
He asked if he could come in someday. I said, you come in every day. When's our old intern, Daniel, coming in, too?
He's coming later this week. Working out time with him.
I'll tell you this. When I try to fucking... people say, can I do something? And I send them the fucking Chris. It's like I put them in a black hole.
No, it is a white hole. That doesn't make any sense.
It's a white hill. It's just the opposite, Ron. You put them on a white hill. Leslie said she could take you to a shelter that she volunteers at if you want a cat.
I don't trust myself to take care of
Why don't you
him
be a volunteer at a shelter for a little while? See how it is.
I'm not good at volunteering my time.
Cats are easy, though.
You're not even fucking good when you're paid for your time.
Jesus.
Fez panicked when he had a cat.
Yeah, I like animals. I like dogs. I like cats. So I don't know what... when Fez brought the cat in to talk that day, and he was saying about... he told us all these stories about how terrible the cat was. I didn't see that. I saw a nice cat.
Fez lies.
Yeah.
Well, cats are super easy. You fill the bowl, you change the litter, and pet the cat every so often.
So I don't want to have that. I want to have somebody that's like crazy about you.
That's why you have a dog.
Mm-hmm. That's what I want. Did you see the Vice Jerry Lewis story?
Yeah, I saw that.
Give me the title of the Vice story.
All right, here's the actual title. It's Jerry Lewis is still alive and still a piece of shit.
There was like about 3 or 4 years ago, I was supposed to do something with him, and I was going to have to go to Vegas to do it. And they kept calling it Unmasked, but there would be no audience, and just me and him in some Vegas hotel room. And I'm like, okay, I'll call it the Salute to Jerry Lewis. No, it's got to be the Jerry Lewis. And it was right around when this telethon was taking place, and then he was like too ill to do it. But I thought it would have been really funny to just sit down with Jerry Lewis and just have him go off.
Yeah, I mean, in this Vice article, it's a positive article. They love him. They
I don't know if you've read the article.
I did. I read through it. I'd seen
it's not a positive article.
They say he's mean.
Fucking barbecue him.
But they like him for being mean.
They just call him a piece of shit. There's nothing like, isn't this great? You are just reading yourself into it.
They bash his jokes, his references that he still uses.
What was his Indian fireman things? No, it was Mexican fireman, Jose and Jose B. And they were offended by that. They thought it come across a little racial.
But he's old school. That's how he came up. What's the big... Look, they should have a problem with Nick Cannon, Connor Smallnut, going out in whiteface, making fun of Whitey, mocking us all out.
They'll get to him.
Why are you hating on Nick? Nick Cannon has done nothing wrong. He's playing a character, period.
An offensive character.
Characters should be offensive. What do you want to play, a normal, smart character? How's that funny?
Well, it's Chris. Can he play a smart character?
There should be a character called Toddy Goodboy. He's learning to play the harmonica. Shelby, what are you doing in there? I see you scratching at yourself. You're making me nervous.
I don't know. I'm good.
Sometimes I see you hopping around the other room. You look like a fucking spider monkey at the zoo.
Yeah, I'm jumping on the phone, jumping back. I jump around. I'm like...
Is he coming in? Is that him? I'm on Nick Kroll tonight. It's going to be fantastic. I'm playing myself
I'm locked
on the red carpet. I'm jumping around.
Locked into this thing tonight.
Sure, you should be. Should be jacking during it.
Probably will be.
All right, there is a piece up. Shelby, where did you find this about telling adults to fear children?
It's just a news station out of Houston, and they're cracking the story now that kids are going online and posting YouTube videos saying, hey, you hate your teacher? Here's how to get him fired.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
And they're basically teaching kids how to accuse adults of being inappropriate?
Yeah, he's like, hey, you hate your math teacher? She's giving you bad grades. She's just mean. Just run down to the principal's office and say she diddles you a bit.
See? I was right. If you hang out with children by yourself, being an adult...
Don't you have any tips?
Why would I be the person you come to?
Because the way you defend.
I'm not defending child molesters. I'm defending people who get wrongly accused of being child molesters.
So assume the child is always lying.
He's afraid to be alone with a child.
What's the best van to buy? What's a good year for that?
I wouldn't know. I don't even have a license, dude, all right?
Do you always have candy in your pocket, or do you just go out and purchase fresh?
Candyman used to provide us with a lot of candy.
That's disgusting.
Buy the king size. Sure, it's a little more money, but we can't skimp here.
Let me tell you something. Children love lollies. So,
look,
think old-fashioned pops.
Shelby's joking, but if he was alone with the children and a child said he touched them and he didn't...
That's almost become epidemic.
Fallon is usually witty and full of one-liners in her TV interviews, but after watching the video on YouTube, she was left truly disturbed. Fallon says the public would be shocked at the number of cases where teachers are falsely accused of sexual or physical abuse by scheming students who are ticked off because they got an A-.
I don't think at the age that some of those students are, they realize they can ruin a person's home life. Their family often turns on them. They ruin their career. They ruin their reputation in the community.
So we're going to tell you guys about how we got our first grade teacher fired.
Even very young,
he would be put away immediately. Look at him. He looks like a child molester. If anyone looks like a child molester on the show, it's goddamn Shelby.
Look, if I saw him near a school, I'd throw a net over him. You're preaching to the choir. All right, let's just see what these news people said.
All right, here's the story.
Fired.
So I have this teacher, right? Miss Keller. And I just didn't like her, you know? So I was like, you know what, let me just get her fired. So I went to the principal. And instead of just being like, oh, I was molested, and you need to play the victim.
We showed the video to the president of the Houston Teachers Union and veteran educator Gail Fallon.
Middle and high school would know how to do that. It's,
They will tell on you and say that you touched them when they didn't. And that ruins people's lives. These kids don't understand that shit.
So you're on the side of the abusers, not the children.
No.
You're more likely to trust the abusers.
These children are liars. It's proven. This goddamn story broke the news. I honestly, I'm right for once. I'm never right. This is one for me. These little liars are fucking ruining people.
Tom, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, what's going on, buddies?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask Mr. Pepper Stanley a question. I was thinking about becoming a child molester, and I want to